Namaste students, myself Sunil Kumar from the Department of Computer Science. Today we are continuing our session based on the chapter networking concepts, and today's our topic is applications of networking. In the last session we discussed about wireless and mobile computing. We discussed about wireless communication. Wireless means we are transferring the data in a computing device without use of any wires. That is actually the wireless communication. And GSM, global system for mobile or global system for mobile communications. Next, TDMA, time division multiple access, TDMA. Next, SIM, subscribers identity module. Next, CDMA, code division multiple access, WLL, wireless local loop, and GPRS, general packet radio service. Remember, GPRS different, GPS different. GPS means global system for mobile, it is used for navigation, and GPRS means it is used for access the internet. GPRS, general packet radio service. Next is the EDGE, enhanced data rates for global evolution. EDGE. These are the technologies what we discussed in the last session. And today's session we are going to discuss about applications in networking. The main application of the network is SMS. What do you mean by SMS? SMS means a short message service. SMS means it is a short message service, is the transmission of text messages. It is possible to transfer the text messages to and from a mobile phone. Remember, from a mobile phone we can send a message, short message, to another phone or another mobile phone. That is actually known as short message service or SMS. Fax machine and IP address, also possible to transfer data in fax machine or in IP address. Through the IP address also possible, or through the fax machine. Normally data transfer to the mobile phone or message transferred to the mobile phone, actually it is known as short message service or SMS. If you use SMS, the messages must be in no longer than some fixed number of alphanumeric characters. Remember, if you just open a message, if you want to send the message, maximum 80 characters or 160 characters. It is not possible to type more than that. If it is more than that, it will be 2 messages or 2 SMS. Only fixed length will be there for SMS, and should not contain any images or graphics. Graphics should not be there, images should not be there. Only it should contain alphanumeric characters with the fixed length. Maximum length will be 60 or 160, 80 or 160 characters. It should not more than that. The next application is email. It's a one main application of the network. It is known as electronic mail. Electronic mail or email is sending and receiving message by computer. Through the computer, by using the internet, if you are going to transfer any message, that is actually known as email. Nowadays there are different email servers are available: Gmail, Hotmail, Rediffmail, Yahoo Mail, like the different email servers are available. Using that servers we can transfer the data. So that is actually known as electronic mail. Or message is sending through the computer or by the computer through the network, we are going to transfer the message. That is actually known as email. If you use the email, some advantages are there. The main advantage is low cost. Cost of the email is very low. Electronic mail is extremely cost effective. Remember, it is extremely cost effective way to move information around, especially when it must move quickly. Whenever if you want to transfer the data quick, then we can use the email, and remember it is a very cost effective. For example, if you want to send one message to one person, he is there in another country. So normally if you use letter, it is a very secure data, means you can, one person should go there and he should give the letter and he should come back. the cost is more. But if you use email, it's secure and cost will be very less. The next one is speed. Electronic mail can be delivered almost as fast as the wire can carry it. Normally, it is speed will be within seconds or within minutes, data will be reached at the destination. So that is very fast. The next one is a voicemail. Voicemail. The voicemail refers to the email system that supports audio. Normally, mail is a message, but if you use voicemail, it supports audio. Audio can be sent through the mail. Users can leave spoken message for one to another and listen to the messages by executing the appropriate command in the email system. Normally, it is possible like WhatsApp voice messages. You know WhatsApp, voice message will be there, so we can receive and we can send the voice message. Same here. Voice mail is also possible to send the voice mail, but user should use appropriate command in email. Email appropriate command will be there to send the voice mail. By using that one, we can send the data, or you can send the voice, or you can send the audio. The next, video conferencing. Video conferencing is a two-way video phone conversation. It is two-way video phone conversation among multiple participants is called video conferencing. For example, multiple people uses smartphones, then they can use the video phone conversations. They can see the face and they can continue the conversation as they are sitting together. Like that, you can send the data, that actually known as video conferencing. The next one is chat. It is a most common thing in the internet, chatting. Chatting like a text phone. Normally texting and will send the reply. In telephonic conversation, you say something, people hear and they respond, and you will hear and you will send the response. That is actually the chatting. One person will send one message, then he will respond, he will read that one, he will type reply and he will get the data, he will get the message, he will read that one, he will type and he will send. That is actually known as chatting. The next one is Wi-Fi. Next application is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a short form for wireless fidelity. Wi-Fi, normally everyone knows Wi-Fi, but what is the full form? Full form is wireless fidelity, which lets you connect the internet without a direct line from the PC. Without using the PC, we can connect your system. Without direct line, we can connect your system. That is actually known as wireless or wireless fidelity. For Wi-Fi network, if you want to connect a Wi-Fi network, you require a broadband connection or broadband internet connection. Nowadays, broadband also not required. High speed data or high speed internet is required only. So, or normally you will say broadband connection is required. High speed broadband connection is required, and wireless router is required. One wireless router to set up the Wi-Fi network. One wireless router is required, which relays your internet connection from wall to PC. So from it will be fixed on the wall. From that to PC, we will use wireless fidelity or Wi-Fi. A laptop or desktop with a wireless internet connector, wireless internet card or external wireless adapter. Normally, if you purchase, there will be nowadays if you purchase anything, that will be wireless adapter will be there inside or it is inbuilt. So that by using that one, we can access the wireless network. The next one is Wi-Fi hotspot, wireless fidelity hotspot. A wireless hotspot is a venue that offers wireless access or Wi-Fi access we can offer by using the wireless hotspot. The public can use a laptop or Wi-Fi phone or other suitable portable device to access the internet through Wi-Fi hotspot. By using the Wi-Fi hotspot, we can access the Wi-Fi hotspot by using the wireless laptop, or you can use the laptop you can use, or Wi-Fi phone or smartphones. We can use the smartphone or any other suitable portable devices. We can use any suitable portable device to access the network. Wireless hotspots are public locations with the free or fee-based services. And if you get the wireless hotspot in some places, sometimes it will be free, or sometime it is based on the fee. You have to pay the fee for a wireless access. The next one is WiMAX. WiMAX is a wireless maximum. WiMAX is wireless maximum. It is wireless digital communication system. It is a wireless digital communication system. As name indicates, WiMAX can provide broadband wireless connection up to 30 miles. Normal, it is up to 30 miles we can provide the internet connection or wireless connection for a fixed stations, and 3 to 10 miles for a mobile station. If you use a mobile station, you can give 3 to 10 miles, but if you use fixed station, it is up to 30 miles. We can transfer the data, or it will provide the data communication up to 30 miles. That is for fixed, and 3 to 10 miles for mobile station. WiMAX requires a tower. Normally, WiMAX requires a tower. It is similar to cell phone tower. It is similar to telephone tower. One tower is required for WiMAX, which is connected to internet using the standard wired high-speed connection. Mean, if you are setting one tower in WiMAX, it requires high-speed internet connection. High-speed internet connection is required to transfer the WiMAX in case of base station or mobile stations. So here we reach the end of session today. In this session we discussed about different applications of network. One is SMS, email, voicemail, then video conferencing, WiMAX, Wi-Fi hotspot. So I will wind up my session today. Thank you.